All right, we got Maverick blind number 2 built. Now, it kind of takes a better shape when the two halves are connected. The halves interlock, so the one piece comes in like this and locks in here. When it does that, it kind of takes the shape a little bit better. They're a little bit, wiggly when they're in halves, but the thing is when they come together, it's like a tank. It's very, very strong. So the hardware, I leave these on because I've been spray painting just kind of a camo job on it. And just to protect the windows, these come off and it's tinted black. I just did this myself. It may have taken 35 minutes, the second one I've done. So now I kind of know the process. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. And like I said, the door fits a little bit better when it's of a round shape. Currently, the door is a bit more round than the outer structure. It works pretty good. And like I said, you're really going for the point of this being lightweight. And take one hand and lift it. And I can take 2 hands and lift it a little bit better. Here. So you can walk this. I know that was awkward, but I'm trying. You can take this and walk it right into where you need to put it in. If you have a buddy helping you, that would make it double easy. But if you did have a buddy helping you, one person could walk holding one half, the other person could walk in holding the other half. And if you took several breaks, you could walk it a half mile or a quarter mile, depending on if you got a 40-acre parcel or an 80 or whatever the heck you have. So no need for a forklift, no need for a tractor. That's why I got them, because there's parts of my property that I'd like to put these that are not accessible. Right now, due to me not having a tractor yet, because John Deere hasn't built it, I am doing largely the same practices I was doing last year for this season, mostly because I just didn't have time to improve it as much as I wanted to because I didn't have the horsepower. So they're not going to go as deep this time. However, my plan is for the next batch of these to come in and go deeper into the property, and that's where carry them by hand will really, really help. Where we're going, we'll probably be able to A, carry them by hand easily, B, probably throw them in the back of the side-by-side or something like that. But I still got a couple more over there. It looks a little janky because we've had storms. And I've been bear hunting. So we got this together. You basically put the window hardware on, mount the windows up. The screws kind of screw into the plastic, and then you put a nut on the back side. Really isn't hard. There's the little window latches. These things drop down with the finished one I have over at the property already when you want to drop it. So you could be hunting with like one, and then you can just reach up really quietly. Or you could leave 1 or 2 open for a shooting window. And there is weather stripping that you can put on. So I think it works pretty good. I think for the complexity and money that a big, heavy-duty other brand blind creates, I got 4 of these for the price of 1 of another brand. So it'll let you get into your property. If you have a more remote property where it's not as easy as just driving your tractor right in with a blind and the forks and setting it up, it's a good option for you. I hunt on the ground a lot because I really enjoy hunting on the ground. Don't tell anybody. The biggest reason, in my opinion, that you would have a ground blind is to control scent. The blind holds your scent inside. When the wind blows, it doesn't necessarily blow it as easily out through the cracks. You do have weather stripping, and on the other one, once I set it up, the openings, see the opening right there, go away once this thing turns into a round. It basically looks like a tank that doesn't have a floor. And I do have some of those mounts. I'm going to open up one and see how it looks, so I can start assembling. 2 are going to go on mounts or stands, I think like 5 foot up, and 2 are going to be on the ground because of the location. I don't want to be up where I don't have as much shooting distance, because then you get up into the trees and whatever. And also the one spot, so one of them is like that. The other spot is more a wanting to stay low and tucked in behind brush, and then have it be kind of like a pillbox just sitting there. I think it should work out really, really well. So if you're in the market for something lightweight, relatively affordable, does take some assembly, but any monkey can put this together. You could buy a 12-pack, and you and your buddy could sit here and put together 4 of them in a night, no problem. If you got a barn to work in, I don't have room in my barn right now, working on that. So I did it outside. They've been outside. I don't think it really hurts anything. I spray painted the one that I have set up, and it looks really good. I got it brushed in. It's spray painted to break up. It's so wet. And honestly, from 50 yards away, like, you have to actually look and know that it's there. Like, if you were just passing through and you walk through an opening, if you were a human, say you're walking, you know, perhaps you wouldn't have other people on your private property. Just say you're on state land and one of these were on state lands, and there was an opening that you were able to hunt through. Somebody was walking through a path, walked past the opening that you would be able to hunt through. They'd have to look to see the blind there. It's actually amazing how well it's hidden. The shape of it kind of blends in a lot, and